What's going on, everybody? Tinks EDC here. Once again, coming at you with another knife slash cigar cutter review. And I tell you what, I saw this one in the Blade HQ's coming soon, and I got pretty excited because if you know anything about me, I like cigars and knives. And gee dang it, this combines both of them. So I was pretty excited. So I did get this at Blade HQ. The name of the knife is the Aller Fumee. I don't know the umlauts, okay? I don't know how to pronounce the umlauts. I don't know. It's F-U-M-E-E with the little umlauty thing. So let's go over some specs here. I'll open up for you too. You can see it's one of those Tang style open knives. It's the first knife I have like that. Specs. 4.48 inches is your overall length. The blade length is 1.60 inches. The cutting edge is 1.375. Blade width is 1.125. The blade thickness is 0.09. Blade material, S30V. Hardness is 58 to 60. It's a sheep's foot. The blade grind is a chisel, which I'm assuming is like that because it's a cigar cutter. It's a satin finish. Handle length is 3.3 inches. Handle width 1.25. The weight is 1.47 ounces. It is crazy light. And we'll get some up close and you can see some of the stuff that kind of contributes to that. And then we're going to get into, I'm going to try it out. I tried it once before. I had a Las Calaveras, the 2017 that I cut with it. And it worked well. Not great, but it worked well. It did its purpose. So let's get some close in here action. I'll close it up here for the first time. You can see that. It comes with a little bottle opener here. Then like a nice little pry tool slash hex bit for whatever we'd use a hex bit that size. And a nice little lanyard hole in there. So, let's see, while I'm thinking of it, I kind of wanted to start my videos showing you I watched like other YouTubers and they all do the whole, oh, Jesus! They all do the whole, like, this is what would show in your pocket. So, if you have it in your pocket, that's what's going to show. So, I don't know, if you're not a really big knife nerd, you probably won't even know what that is. You probably just think it's a multi-tool. Not that it's like an imposing knife by any means with a 1.6 inch blade. But anyway, back to it. Got a nice little here on the pocket clip, a little ball here. It doesn't look like that actually moves, but it does go really smoothly in and out of your pocket. Some nice little brass looking standoffs here. Really unique pocket clip. And I really like the, let's see if they tell me what this is called. Red Rich Light. So I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the knife industry. I'm sure you have if you're watching this video. But a while ago, Emerson introduced like a handle scale like this. And it's really reminiscent of what that is. It looks pretty much identical. I had one knife from Emerson that had that rich light, and it's pretty much identical, I think. You can see there. I did get it's a first production, pretty late. Right now, I looked online when I printed off my little spec sheet here, and it does say Blade HQ is out of stock right now, but I'm sure there's other places that probably have that. And then there's no liners, there's no nothing. It's just the handle scales. Which is nice because if it's a cigar cutter, you don't want stuff in there gunking up your cigars. I mean, you're going to have to blow it out after each time. Then it looks like there is, like on this topmost side here, a washer. And it doesn't really, there might be one on the other side, or there might just be that one washer. I'm not sure. But it's really easy to, it's really easy to deploy. I have this on my, coffee table in the living room. Usually when I get new knives, they just sit there for a while because I like to look at them and play with them because I'm a nerd like that. But I wasn't sure how easy it would be open. I mainly got it because it combined my two favorite things, knives and cigars. So I kind of was just going to deal with it if it was weird, but it's really actually quite easy to open. And then when you get a good grip of it, unless you're like purposely trying to go make it wobble like that, it's not really going to go anywhere because your hand kind of instinctively acts as like that liner lock or whatever. And then it's got a nice little, I don't know if I'd call it a finger choil or not, but it's a nice area for your fingers to rest. If you have some beefier fingers, you might have a little bit harder of a time, but once you have your fingers in there too, that's preventing it from chomping down on your mitts. So there it is. Let's try it out. This is my second time, and I grabbed this because, I was looking for a cigar to smoke tonight. So this is, let's see, this is a Robusto, I think. And it is the Punch. I think it's just the Punch Classic in Maduro, the old school wrappers. Any hooser, let's get it in here. Try not to look like a complete noob on the YouTubes here. So we'll stick it in there, just like that. And then I like to just not go at it like full bore. I just like to do it a little, look at that, sliding out. All right, I'm going for it. 3, 2, 1. Oh God. Well, it worked. And then right there, and then just drop that out. You want to make sure blow it out too, because I don't know, I'm sure that got gunked. So it unwrapped a little bit, but I don't know that I can necessarily blame that on the cutter. I am in Minnesota. I keep my humidor at like 68 to 69% humidity, so coming up to the dry weather, I don't know that I could necessarily blame the cutter for that. But, like you saw, it's not it's not going to replace your cutter, but it's nice if you're going somewhere, you're going to have a cigar, you want to carry a pocket knife and a cigar cutter, you don't want to have to carry both. I think this is perfect. I'm super happy I got it. I'm super happy I didn't have to spend, not that I would have, the $800 or whatever. So Benchmade's released a couple of cigar cutters in their gold class, and it was like, holy cow. I mean, I've spent a lot of money on some weird stuff, but I don't know. I guess cigars is kind of something, fancy people do, I guess, is kind of the stereotype, I guess, but I don't know. I'm not somebody that can drop $800 on a cigar cutter. If you can, more power to you. I wish I could. If I did have the means to, I probably would. Any hooser, here it is next to a Griptilian, standard size. Here it is next to what I believe to be a Punch Robusto. Otherwise, that's all I got. Speaking of cigars, too, if you watched my humidor tour, be on the lookout for another humidor tour coming up, because boy, is it a changin'. Let's just say I'm upgrading a lot. And it's pretty exciting, and I'm just waiting for stuff to show up. Any hooser, that's all I got. Till next time, love me, hate me, do what you want with me.